How's it going, guys? This is Isolate here, bringing you week number five of the IBL. I am Isolate, your coach for the Great Lake Greninjas. This week we were going up against Matt and the London City Arcaniners. No, I think it's Arcanines. So yeah, no layout. I'm just doing straight up recording here. Basically, because um, it was a this is a like post narration of the battle basically. Obviously, so I didn't really see a meaning of. There really wasn't much of a reason to put the layout on there. Um, you know, just cause. So anyway, yeah, I'm just doing a post recording because at the time I wasn't really able to live record when I had this battle, and I just felt like I'd just have the battle like this is going up late because we recorded this or we had this battle like Sunday. No, when do we have this battle? We had this battle like Friday evening, yeah. So Friday evening. So this is like a whole week late, pretty much. But that's fine. The IBL has an off week this week anyway, so you're not gonna miss any battles from me. But yeah, hopefully next week is live. But yeah. So as you can see on the screen, um, I I recorded a team builder, but for some reason I guess I just deleted it on accident. But this is the team. You see Nidoking. That's basically because I couldn't keep Heliolisk because it was tier three, and Haxorus was tier two, and I'm not allowed to trade between different tiers. A trade has to be in the same tier. Nidoking is tier two, so I decided to grab it. So yeah, definitely an offensive team or offensive draft, just straight up. So yeah, I guess I'll go over my team. We have specially defensive Rhydon, Stealth Earthquake, Stone Edge. Whoops, now that hurt. Uh, Stone Edge and Toxic. Basically just there to get up rocks and hopefully do some damage. Next up is Noivern, support Noivern leftovers with enough speed outspeed a Gengar with Super Fang, Roost, Taunt, and Shadow Ball. It can 1v1 Blissey to an extent. Only thing is that, I can't really. Um, I can't. If it has lefties, I'm never going to be able to kill it with Super Fang because it's going to keep recovering enough health. Yeah, you can't kill someone with Super Fang unless it only has one health hit point, and at the end of each turn, it's going to get health back from the leftovers. So I'm never going to be able to kill it with Super Fang. Super Fang, I have the Shadow Ball there just because if I'm trying to outspeed Gengar, I need to be able to hit it hard, so that's why I have the Shadow Ball. So yeah, just max HP and put some in defenses. Put what I had left in defenses at least. So yeah, basically just there to do some damage with Super Fang. Quite a unique set in my opinion. So next up we have a Focus Sash Lucario setup Lucario with Sword Stance, Close Combat, Ice Punch, and Bullet Punch because Extreme Speed is technically stronger. It has 80 power, and Bullet Punch plus stab only has 60 power. But that's fine because Bullet Punch can hit the Gengar. Extreme Speed is not going to be able to hit the Gengar, so I definitely do want to get that Bullet Punch off and do some damage to Gengar if possible. Yeah, and then sorry about that. And then yeah, I have the Mew, physically defensive Mew with Defog, Roost, Knockoff, and Will-O-Wisp. Just there, support. It's fun. And then we have mild nature Charizard, which boosts special attack, lowers defense. Because I'm not lowering my attack because I have Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Ancient Power, and Focus Punch because I want to catch that Blissey on the switch in. Because Charizard Y, Blissey's always going to want to switch into Charizard Y. So, I figured maybe that'll be cool to just catch it on the switch and do a lot of damage with Focus Punch. And then last but not least, we have Life Orb Nidoqueen with Earth Power, Ice Beam, Sucker Punch, and I believe I should Sludge Wave on there. Wait, let me think. Yeah, Sucker Punch. I know I had Sucker Punch. I had Ice Beam, Earth Power, and I guess I had Sludge Wave. No, I had Super Power. Sorry. Yeah, I had Super Power for Blissey over Sludge Wave. So yeah, probably should have brought Flamethrower over Ice Beam. Just because Flamethrower is stronger in the sun that Charizard Y is putting up. But at the same time, Ice Beam, hits Dragonite. Otherwise, I can't really do much to Dragonite. Like with the set, Earth Power, Super Power, Flamethrower and Sucker Punch. I can't really touch Dragonite too well, so that's why I put Ice Beam on there. Well, Flamethrower would be better against the Chestnut if the sun was up. But anyway, you can see the team that he brought. And yeah, sorry there's not a team builder. Somehow I'm just, I didn't. For some reason I deleted the team builder, I guess. I don't know why, but, humans make mistakes. So anyway, I'm gonna lead with my Rhydon, Drill.gov, of course. He leads off with Rotom, which is a really good lead with me. I just figured now getting up rocks would be nice. He decides to switch right into Chestnut, which is absolutely fine. We're going to get up those Stealth Rocks, going to be doing a lot of damage to his team. Now I'm immediately thinking, okay, this thing's probably going to want to set up spikes or, Leech Seed maybe, but he's not going to go straight up for an attack. But he actually double switches. I thought a lot about that move, but I definitely did not expect him to double switch. But as he does go into Rotom, not really sure why. I'm pretty sure he's expecting my Charizard Y, but I felt like that was a little too obvious. So yeah, and then here I'm just gonna outspeed, go for knock off his leftovers as he reveals the T-Wave, which is fine. There we go. T-Wave is fine. I mean, this isn't really a speedy Mew. We did outspeed this Rotom, which basically confirms that he's a bulky set, because I have no speed on this Mew. So yeah, in comes Scrambles, his Mew, as I actually switched as well. I believe, I forget. Okay, I go right back into Rhydon because I figured that he wasn't really gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp in front of a paralyzed Mew. He'd either Volt Switch or overheat, but yeah, or switch. So I just felt like Rhydon was a decent thing to go into. Then I'm gonna predict the Stealth Rocks or Toxic and go into Pluto. I figured he probably wouldn't Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss wouldn't do much to Rhydon since it has a good amount of HP, and I just I didn't see him staying in on a Rhydon because Rhydon's pretty strong. So yeah, in comes Lucario. He does go for Toxic, which is the best thing that could happen, for me at least. I'm gonna predict the switch, just go for Ice Punch. I knew he wasn't gonna stay in. There wasn't any reason for him to stay in. So he goes into John Cena's Chestnut. I was really kind of hoping he'd go into Dragonite there, but he didn't. Chestnut was his best play, and that's what he did there. So I'm gonna bring in the Sun, my Charizard Y. A bit of a aggressive play there, but I really just want to bring in Charizard Y, just nuke something hopefully. But yeah, so it's pretty unfortunate that I got leech cheated there because now he's probably gonna be able to Spiky Shield. Excuse me. So yeah, he gets a leech damage back. I'm gonna Mega Evolve. He stays in here as I'm pretty sure he would have switched if I don't know how that works if Focus Punch goes before you switch or not. But anyway, I'm gonna get that Focus Punch off. He does stay in here. I'm gonna get the Spiky Shield up. I actually am going to hit the Focus Punch, but he's gonna, since he didn't attack me, I'm gonna use it. But he protected himself with the Spiky Shield, so I do get hurt with that, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, this turn I'm thinking, alright, so I really don't think he's gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for the Action Power because I really predict the Rotom Heat to come in. I felt like that was his best middle ground play. He actually goes into Parthurnax, which is his Dragonite, which is in a sense even better because I get a lot of damage off on this thing as well. So yeah, that was also a good middle ground for him. If I went for the Fire type attack, he'd be fine. If I went for the Focus Punch, he'd be fine. I definitely think he didn't expect the Action Power there, which was kind of why I went for it because I didn't think he'd expect me to use that, much less even have it. So anyway, this Dragonite is going to be able to come in on rocks one more time just because of the Leech Seed, but he does reveal the leftovers to me, which is cool. So I'm going to go and Rhydon here. I felt like that was my safest switch here, as he does Extreme Speed, which is perfect. We're going to soak that. We aren't even physically defensive, but we're going to soak it anyway because we're a Rhydon. So that's cool. Yeah, and then he's going to switch as well, because, again, I'm going to go for the Toxic this turn, because I felt like he'd switch into Aggron, but that was a very ballsy play. I mean, not really. I was never going to go for an Earthquake on a Dragonite, so I guess that was one of his safest switch-ins to go into Aggron. But here I'm just going to go into Mew here. Why did I say here too? I said here twice. Okay, Aggron's in here. We're going to be able to soak a hit. If he goes for the Stealth Rocks, that's fine. He does go for the Stealth Rocks, which is fine. I just gotta hope that I don't get fully paralyzed here, because that would be quite annoying, rather annoying. So I calc this. It didn't look like it had any defense investment, like, or any attack investment at all. Pretty much, maybe it had like a little pinch, but you know, not too much attack there. I know I can, without any crits or high rolls or really high rolls, I should be able to live two more. Uh, because I'm gonna be able to burn him basically. He can kill me with another one, but since I get that burn, I'm gonna cut his attack in half, and now he's not gonna be able to kill me with another one again unless he gets a critical hit, which just goes right through the burn, or goes through the lowered attack. It's just gonna be able to do massive damage. Let's hope he doesn't get critted or get a crit on me, and let's hope we're going to be able to break through paralyze, because if we do, if both of those, I don't, yeah, if both of those do happen, which, you know, he didn't get a crit, I didn't get fully paralyzed, I do get the roost off, and now I'm going to be able to effectively wall this thing, because there's nothing he can do except for maybe rest, but even then, I mean, I guess if he was rest talk, he'd be able to be, or just rest, because I can't really hit the thing while it's asleep, because I can't burn it if it's asleep, and I knock off's doing nothing, so, you know, so I'm going to switch there. I predicted his switch. I felt like Noivern was just all around just a pretty good switcher. And now I get to show off my set here. He is lefty. He's going to get that lefty's back. Going to be at full health. Um, so yeah, now I'm going to be able to go for that taunt. Taunt the Blissey. He's not going to be able to Stealth Rocks or Toxic. I mean, he's Aggron at Stealth Rocks, so he probably wouldn't have Toxic. He probably wouldn't have Stealth Rocks if his Aggron did, but maybe if he wanted to go for Toxic there, he could do that. But he just goes straight for the Silent Toss, which is completely fine with me. I'm just gonna go for the Super Fang, cut this thing, cut this thing's HP in half. If only I had Toxic, man, but that's fine. Every single move on this set was incredibly, you know, useful and needed, because like for what I wanted Noivern to accomplish, each move was, you know, needed. As now I believe I just go for, yeah, I do go for a Roost this turn, as he was in the Great, which is Gengar. So I'm gonna be able to Roost here, which I felt like was my best play, because I felt like he might switch there, seeing how, you know, he didn't want his Blissey to get too low. So I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. I do outspeed it unless it's Scarfed, which it's not, obviously. I get the Spit F drop, which really doesn't matter because Shadow Ball is a 2 KO anyway. I'm thinking, oh no, this is probably HP Ice, but it's actually not. I'm pretty sure it was HP Rock, just for the Charizard Y, but also for the Noivern. I never confirmed it with him, but I'm like 99.5% sure that that's what it was. So I make an over prediction there and go for the Super Fang, which was a mistake definitely, but I felt like it was worth what I thought. I thought he was gonna switch basically. I didn't think he would just sack his Gengar like that, but maybe he thought that I was gonna over predict, and so that was him staying in. If that was what he was thinking, then that was a great play. But then I'm gonna Shadow Ball. I could have roosted, but Sludge Bomb, if it got the poison, I would probably die to that. And I'm pretty sure Sludge Wave was doing more. Did I say Sludge Bomb before? I meant Sludge Wave. I'm pretty sure Sludge Wave was doing more than my roosts, so that's unfortunate. So I go for the Shadow Ball there. Dragonite gets to get another attack off. He actually gonna go for the Dragon Dance, which is completely fine by me. You know, that's fine. He's gonna Dragon Dance. Even if he has Earthquake, I'm pretty sure I can take. At this point, I was pretty sure I could take a hit, like an Earthquake. So he's gonna switch actually. I believe I just go for the Stone Edge here, straight up. As that's gonna be, you know, my best play here. So Stone Edge is gonna go off. I'm not gonna do anything to Chestnut, but that's fine. I wasn't gonna Toxic because I thought that Aggron might be a switch in, which was very possible. So I'm going to stay in here predicting him to predict my switch. I'm just going to get my rocks up. That's cool. I didn't expect him to double lead cheat here, so I figured that Charizard Y was a good switch to bring in, or a good thing to bring in here. So, you know, lead cheat, blah, 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 you know. So, Rhydon's still useful though. I can take a hit from Gengar because I am Spit F, and, you know, go from there. So I'm going to bring in Sun, my Charizard Y. And then from there, I'm going to hope to, get a hit off. I expected like a spiky shield there or an offensive attack to hit my Rhydon, but he does make a very solid play there and goes for the Leech Seed, predicting my switch, which was a really good play. This Chestnut was pretty annoying, to be honest, but I'm going to be able to switch into Daybreak. My Noivern, I knew it. Sorry, my Nidoking. I knew it wasn't gonna I knew he wasn't gonna triple Leechy. Like that would have been ridiculous if he did that. So here's gonna switch. Again, this would have been better if I had Flamethrower, because Flamethrower, would have actually been really clutch against the Aggron. But I do only have Ice Beam, so that's fine. In the circumstances, Flamethrower would have been nice, but how was I supposed to predict that this kind of circumstance would come up? Again, Ice Beam was just better overall because the Dragonite. But here, just going to leave this thing in. If he had gone into Dragonite, that would have been fine. Like I said, I do have Sucker Punch. I had just enough speed on this Nidoking to outspeed his Dragonite and outspeed his Extreme Speed with the Sucker Punch. I could have gone with the Sucker Punch and taken out Dragonite. So yeah, there he does forfeit right there because Aggron was down. Let's just think about this. So he had all six of his Pokemon. He just sacked off Aggron. At the point where when we were battling, he was actually kind of tired. He had just had his week 4 battle because he hadn't had any battles for like a few weeks because he was like on holiday or something. So or like on vacation, I guess, as us Americans would say. So anyway, yeah, Aggron had gone down. Dragonite would have dropped to a Sucker Punch. Gengar would have dropped to a Sucker Punch. Blissey would have dropped to a Superpower. Chestnut ultimately would have dropped to probably 2 Ice Beams, if not 1. And then Rotom, it didn't. Rotom would die to a Sludge Wave, because no, wait, we didn't have Sludge Wave. Then I don't know what we could have done there. Maybe Super. Anyway, I don't think Rotom would have been able to do much to us. It wouldn't have outsped because our Mew outsped and our Mew didn't have any speed investment. So I think we could just ultimately start wearing it down with superpowers, but I'm not sure. So anyway, at that point he's just like, all right, whatever. He's just gonna throw in the towel. Say, at that point it was really hard for him to come back. We still had a Focus Sash Noivern. We still had a very healthy Rhydon. We had a pretty healthy Mew. Charizard Y below half, but still valid and viable against this team, especially with this Focus Punch for the Blissey. And then we had we saw Noivern, right? Yeah, we saw it. So it was a 6-0, which is nice. He could have brought the differential down, but at that point it didn't really matter for him. I guess he just wanted sleep. So I can respect that though. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. We are 2-3 in this league. Next week we are going up against Elite Four walkthroughs in the Great League, I think it was, no, it's not the Great League. It's the Misty Lake somethings. I honestly forget, but you'll find out soon enough. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.